And I guess the other great matchup is going to be Amanda Umansky and Grace Hay, teammates a couple of weeks ago in Melbourne at Association Champs for the representative team. Would know each other fairly well, even just through their VNL time, but looking forward to seeing that. As we see the hands over, nearly forcing the error. Hannah Grady able to keep it in play, but Embra on the end of it.
Hands from Leah there.
And then another forced turnover, or ball out of court, sorry, down there. Lishke takes the long bomb. And she is known for her long-range shooting. So
yeah, I think with North and Lily especially as well in that goal shooter is that they, as right now, catch the ball, turn, and just look at it, and that's really hard to stop,
isn't it? Yeah.
I was chatting with Katie Dean on Thursday night, and she was talking about Lily and what an important part she plays in that attacking end, and their need to shut her down, which I just think is so great to have someone of her age come into that A grade, and you know that she's someone that you've really got to keep quiet, otherwise the game could be theirs. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, look, Lil was a standout player in the 17 under competition. She came into A last year and played well, but took that season to, I guess, adapt to the pace of the game. And this year's really gone ahead. And I think the feature of her game is her ability to hold beautifully on the body, but also her footwork and to be able to get into that front position. Defenders think she's holding behind, and then next thing she's off. Whipped around in front of them, as we see, just a fumble there. So Maggie's with the turnover and looking to get on the run. Hannah's calling for it. I'm really enjoying seeing this combination of Katie and Hannah back in again. I think we spoke that Raiders game that I thought it might have happened and it didn't. But I think it's really, like I said, to have Brooke away and just to be able to slot Hannah back. But I think Hannah had a great game playing a half in GD against Rovers.
Great take by Amanda right on the post. Yeah, I did hear that she'd had a fantastic
she did. Just to sort of get back into the swing of things as well.
And look, maybe it's been an opportunity just to freshen her up, swinging to wing defence, and then she can come back into that GD.
And a different starting combination in Maggie's with our shooters with Georgia and Amanda. Yes. It's not a starting 7 that we see or have seen a lot this season. No, when I hadn't got the team through, I went with the guess that Kelly would start because I knew that was what they'd been doing, and then Shay threw me a curveball. But again, how lucky of them. For them to be able to have that, the opportunity to be able to rotate those shooters as they will. And we see Lily Kelly put another one. So North Albury, 777 automated scoreboard. They go out to 6, leading Wang 5 here in the first quarter. We've gone 5 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock as Newton works to circle edge. Good balance there.
Twinkle toes. Crimmins, so smart, Shay, and just doesn't waste a ball, does she? No, she doesn't. And her feeds into that, into the ring a pinpoint. And I think her and Georgia, having that speed of Georgia in that goal attack, and Shay with a bit more of a cooler head out there, works really, really well. Great hands there, Shay, and then Leah following up, and the chase is on for the ball, and Leah just not able to stay in play there. So the contact call, Lishke to Clancy, and they work it down through Maddie Lishke into Soph Colhagen. Probably within range there, actually, if she wanted to take the shot, but opts to look for the refeed.
North are sort of just moving that ball around patiently in there. I mean, they've kept that one in. Yeah. An unusual miss there, and Grady on the end of that. Yeah, and I think, look, M. Brown down there will certainly be talking to them and ensuring that they just take their time and are patient with it, as we've seen Maddie Lishke with that pace get into front position there and force a turnover. And Soph Colhagen not able to keep it in for North, so there'll be a turnover down that end. Katie Dean for the Magpies on the sideline. And I'm loving this duel between Genevieve and Lishke. The pace, Leah's so fast as well. She is, yeah. Grady, big ball cross court to Crimmins, trying to clear some mess. Oh, and she sights Amanda. Does shake Crimmins. Bit much on that one, could pick up there. Bit of pepper. So we're going to go back again. So we've just had a period here of a couple of minutes where it's been a little bit scrappy. Neither side able to really take control. And that's the defensive pressure of both teams too, as they work out what's happening in the opposition. Colhagen with the miss, and Grady under it again. So far her rebounding has been solid, hasn't it, Hannah? She's got her hands to about 3 or 4 balls now. And she's not one of the tallest defenders in the league, but she manages to, I think she times her rebounds really well, can get up and pull them in.
Yeah, her ability to position and read, as we see Crimmins that time offload,
Beautiful
just
pass.
the perfectly weighted pass to Umansky. She takes Wangaratta out to 7. They hit the front, leading North Albury 6 goals here. Cavalier Homes, first quarter sponsor. Grady forced to go back. Her and Genevieve waiting. The hands over from North Albury really forcing Wang to go back, and Newton just able to stay upright there. Wang really being forced to work this ball here and wait for the one to open up, and eventually it opens up on the baseline through Umansky.
I think having this rain and the court being a bit more slippery, we're probably seeing a bit more patience in the attacking ends for both teams, whereas I feel like on a nice dry day it would probably be moving a lot quicker.
I would agree. Kelly looks to post. The other feature, I think, with Lily Kelly, she gets that ball up for the shot quickly, doesn't she?
Yeah,
she doesn't
she does.
allow the defenders to get set over it. Gives her a clear path to shoot. Crimmins, beautifully weighted ball into Umansky into that front space. Amanda just holding really nice and high there and giving herself that space to drop into.
Yeah, I think we spoke, might have been the Yarrawonga game, about how far Amanda's come, and you know, she's not just that back holding shooter, she's on the move, she's front holds, and it's a real part of her game that she's really developed.
As you see her come out of the circle there. That's right, and look, it draws that defender out. She just worked her feet beautifully there to open up
nice rebound
space. But Grace Hay, I think probably the strongest rebounder in the league, pulls that one in. North with the opportunity on the sideline. Brown looks to Lishke, not on, forced to go somewhere else. Great give and go there by Maddie Lishke to work around the player and get to circle edge. And makes no mistake. North go to 8, trailing the Magpies 9. Magpies centre pass through Crimmins. Oh, and just put Georgia Clark on the stretch. She's got long arms, but not quite long enough to pull that one in. Hay to Lishke, she eventually works her way through. Great contest at the ball between Newton and Brown then. Both attacking it fairly.
And a great cover from Lee there.
And again, just getting hands to ball.
This is I think a really great matchup to watch.
It is, yeah. And actually, I heard an interview with Maddie Lishke earlier in the season where they asked her the toughest player she's played on, and Leah was actually
I would agree.
rated. So it's great to see them on each other again today.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
100%. Beautiful shot. I just think Lily's just going to shoot this game out today.
Yeah, because I think Maddie is so quick, and there's probably not, there's very few wing defences that would actually have the pace to match her on that drive. But Leah's certainly one of them.
Especially quarters.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she'll meet that today in Leah as front ball to Kelly, not able to hold in. Grady with a clean tap from behind. The loose ball goes the way of Magpies. They get it down there very quickly, but forced to reset to the line. And Amanda's in a one-on-one, was in a one-on-one in the circle with the height advantage, but they didn't look in. So forced to go back out. Happy to work it around. We've seen over the years how well Wang do that patient working it to circle edge, waiting for the thing to, the shooter to open up. Yeah,
and I think that's something that Shay does really, really well, and she's always happy to go again, work again, here we go again, set it back to that line.
Yeah. And again, coming past the player, Newton, Clark out of the circle, creating a one-on-one.
That was good defence by Grace. I thought they got her off.
She forced her very deep, didn't she?
And I think, North's defence down this end to have to, forcing Maggies to have to reset 2 or 3 times is really, really good work by them.
Yeah, and the long bomb, because as this court gets wetter and the rain picks up, if it does, that's going to start to come out of the game.
Yeah.
They're going to be dangerous passes and risky passes. So,
Kate Dean nearly had that one.
Came through but spilt it, and so Colhagen makes no mistake with that one. Takes North Albury to 10, trailing the Magpies 11. We've got about 3 minutes to play in the last quarter. Genevieve supporting from behind. Clark sees Umansky and opens up. Just pops out, and there's Grace Hay.
Nice strong box out from Grace there.
Her positioning, because she's giving away a bit of a height to Amanda and Georgia in there, but her ability to get into that rebounding position. As we see Em Brown clear the mess with a long pass to Colhagen. She is forced to go back to the line. Lishke happy to work it round. Brown, how she got
kept onside there.
It was impressive work. She knew she was not probably going to be able to catch it and stay offside.
Oh, that was great hands by Hannah there.
So forced the turnover here because it unfortunately went from Hannah to Soph outside. So Maggie's cause of turnover, opportunity to go forward again. And
beautiful
went
vision
hunting.
there.
Not able to pull it in, but the umpire says it was her ball. So North get the turnover. It's the other beauty of having someone like a Georgia in goal attack, the defensive pressure, the height that she can provide defensively down the court.
Yep.
It makes such a difference, doesn't it? As we see Colhagen take the shot. Out the back, Kelly does everything she can to keep it in, but it'll be a Wang Magpies throw in.
I'd like to see Maggie's come through the middle a bit here. The last few balls, they've really worked down that sideline and they've lost that ball.
Yeah, they've been forced to go sideways, haven't they, with that big one, yeah.
And once they hit that sideline, that's when the likes of Grace can come out and have a look at those balls.
Umansky.
Oh, we'll call that a pass.
Oh, every shooter we're calling that. It's definitely a pass. She makes no mistake that time. So Wang moved to 12. There's under a minute to play here, leading North Albury 10. North Albury with a chance on their centre pass to get a late goal.
That was a great chase up from Maddie there. She had pressure on from Leah that whole drive out and chased it down and picked it up.
She did, and the rain is starting to come in a bit heavier. It's certainly not going anywhere. Lishke on the circle, Colhagen coming through. Hannah Grady paying a lot of attention to Lily Kelly and just taking her out of it on that first occasion. They're able to find her the second time round. She takes a North to 11. Seconds remaining in this quarter. And that's the timer. So we go into quarter time. It's the Wang Magpies 12 leading the North Albury Hoppers 11. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
price until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball. Coming to you from the Wangaratta Showgrounds, we've got the Wang Magpies hosting the North Albury Hoppers. It's 1-4 in what should be a great game, I think, Michelle, over the next 3 quarters. We've seen Wang get out to a lead just by 1, though, 12-11. North sort of jumped out at the start, got a couple up, but Wang have been able to come back and get in front. And it's really going goal for goal.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like anyone's getting a real lead here, and it's just, moving back and forth.
So, looking at changes, Wang have stayed the same. For North Albury, they brought Keely Moore into the goal attack position, replacing Sophia Colhagen. The rest of the team is the same as we get underway. Lishke to Kelly coming out.
Great pass there.
Yeah, finding that top spot of the circle, but just the delivery was a bit off. So, Wang with an early opportunity here to get a turnover.
I think we'll see from North just a bit more. They'll want to move the ball a little bit quicker in that attacking end. I think if you give Katie and Hannah too much time, that's when they can really turn that ball over. Yeah. And that pass from Lily then straight to the top and in, that's what they've got to keep doing.
Absolutely. Grady with a great drive. You're right. I think when Hannah and Katie are in that circle defending together, that's when their communication, they just know where each other are, and they're really able to stifle the opposition, as we see Yamansky put the first one on the board for Wang. So an early break by then takes them to a 2-goal lead. But yes, you're right, they can get it down there and get it in when they're in a one-on-one. I think that exposes them a little bit more. Forced to go back, Wang are, but happy to work it round. The defensive effort here from North is great. Hands over everything. We see M. Brown dropping back, trying to cut off those balls. Shout out to Trace, mum of M, who is in the region, has been away and decided not to make the trek down. Too cold.
Too cold, fair enough.
You're used to a bit of far north Australia, Trace, but we're missing you on the sideline, but shout out. I'm sure you're comfortable at home watching. As you see M. Brown find Keely Moore. Great to see Keely getting some really consistent game time too, because she's a player up from 17s, and the exposure that she's getting this season will just hold her in such good stead going forward.
To see a bit of a fumble there between Hannah and Izzy. Some issues with the wet ball.
Yes. Amanda, not quite within range, decides to refeed and takes the shot. She takes Wangaratta to 14, leading North Albury 11. North yet to post this quarter. And there's that quick run and release, and beautiful transition there by the Magpies. Found Amanda in a undefended position in the circle. So Wang just with a bit of a run on here at the start. North, and an unfortunate, that's a coach killer, the break on your centre. So I'm sure Maddie will be doing everything she can to turn this back.
North's defensive pressure through this mid-court is really good. They're really holding Wang up.
Yeah, and that hands over, that tall hands over and just getting in the way.
Once they're getting it to circle edge, especially when Shay is getting it to circle edge, that feed's just being released. And we're just talking before the game, Tam. We didn't mention it earlier that we had a big game for one of our players, 150 games for Olivia Shelley-Givers.
Yeah, and I just said to you, I'm glad you're pronouncing that name and not me. I looked at it and thought I was going to say Olivia S.
Olivia Shelley, as we like to call her. So she was someone who's played at our club for many years, had some time off to play out in another league and she's got 4 kids, so some children, and now she's back.
Wow, that's amazing at 4 kids and playing 150.
Yeah, and
it's probably her time away.
She loves it. So we're very lucky to have her in our C grade. She's a great leader and very strong in our back line. So congratulations, Liv.
Yes, huge congratulations. It's great to see so many players reaching these milestones, and not necessarily at A graders, players from across the club. I think it's really important that clubs have that stability and that consistency, and when you start to have players ticking your lower grades that are reaching those milestones, it just means you're doing something right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As you see, Magpies forced to go a long way back. Resetting here. Newton can't get it past the hands of Brown. Crimmins finally works it to Clark. She's not in position. Looks to Umansky. Umansky had no idea that was coming. And so the ball's out the back.
I think for teams like this, it's really hard to sort of get that balance in this wet weather of still going, as hard as you can, quick ball movement, change of direction, but just being held up by that rain and the wet balls, like all those sort of things. But
absolutely, just interrupts the timing, doesn't it? You just have to adjust so much, and especially when you're a speed team like both of these sides are, it takes some extra adjustment. So Moore forced to go back to Lischke, works it to Brown.
Cheeky little bounce pass on a wet day. Don't mind that.
Kelly fairly well out of the circle there, goes back to the line. No one's chasing up that ball. So Brown into Moore. Tap by Genevieve and Moore on the end of that. And she makes no mistake, takes North Albury to 13, their second goal for the quarter, trailing the Magpies 17. But their centre pass, so an opportunity to get another one here. Lily Kelly coming out, creating some space. Over to Brown. Can't find a shooter in front position, so resets off the line, and Moore presenting beautifully in front. So we've seen both sides really prepared to do that reset, haven't we?
Yeah, they are, and I think you definitely have to, especially, don't want to bang about the weather all day.
No,
you have to, but at the same time, I just think that the likes of Lily should, get that ball, turn and have a look at it. But when it's wet as well, those longer shots on the rings, you just don't know.
No,
Great
they
chase
don't.
by Shea there.
Great chase by Shea, absolutely. And backing up well was Georgia. She could see that Shea was going to have to do a quick tap there.
Yeah, and just this matchup between Em Brown and Izzy, it's really even at the moment. I don't think one is on, getting the best of the other, and I think that's going to be the way it goes for the next half and a little bit.
As you see, Amanda finish off for Wang. Georgia Clark out on her own, back to Newton. To Genevieve on the line. Looking
Good
in
hands.
and
great hands.
Nice footwork too by Clancy to come around there off the body. So Newton looks to Umansky. And there's just such a height mismatch there that when they create a one-on-one for Amanda, that's really hard to stop for North Albury. So their pressure has to come off the circle.
Hannah's doing a great job there. Well done. Good hands, Katie.
Yeah, I reckon she's been probably Wang's best so far.
Pushing the shooters up nice and high.
And Genevieve coming around, doing everything she can to stay onside. The contact call made, so Lischke finds Kelly, but holding call found there by the umpire. So Wang with the opportunity again. Newton looks down, decides against it.
And again, I think North are still, Wang aren't getting easy entry onto that circle. It's not coming, super easy for them. So I think North are really doing a great job of holding them up, pushing them wide. And I'd like to see Grace maybe come out and have a look at a few more of those balls.
That's right, because I guess this weather, what does come out of is that first ball pressure is taken away because of the conditions. So you're relying on some forced errors through other defensive means.
And we can see Wang just getting a bit of a lead here. A couple of errors in the attacking circle for North.
More outplaying a feeder roll. A nice drop by Kelly.
Turns and looks at it.
And I think there was going to be an obstruction call there anyway. So North go to 14, trailing the Magpies 21. We've gone 8 minutes in the second quarter on the NZ Albury time clock. Clark out high. And you know what? I think Crimmins in this weather has been fantastic. Yeah. She's just provided that some great timing. She's just waiting and then coming onto the ball.
Yep.
Providing a change of pace.
And you can just see then, as she was turning, that ball was being released. She knew exactly where Amanda was.
Grady went for the fly and an offside call made there. So just feel like Wang are really settling into this game and these conditions a little bit more, finding some pretty good space. Their timing onto the ball has been excellent. Couldn't keep that one in. Grace Hayes, she did everything she could.
Yeah,
so
got herself in good position there. That was unlucky.
Clark uses circle. Nice refeed to Crimmins.
And we just know we've got Kelly Keane on the bench there, but I'm just wondering, if you're Kelly, do you want to come on the court on this cold weather?
Absolutely not.
I don't think she's looking too fussed over there right now.
She doesn't even look like getting the pants off, does she? So I reckon she's pretty settled. She'll be happy if these shooters can get the job done.
Yeah, happy to do what's right for the team, is what she'll say.
Yeah, team player. Good on her. That's good sacrifice there as Newton goes over the top to Umansky. She finishes off for the Magpies. So I guess what do North have to do here to change this game and create some turnovers as we see a contact call on Genevieve? They're certainly getting the ball to the attacking end. The pressure from the Wang defenders is making those feeds in really difficult.
Yeah, it is.
And more not really wanting to shoot from out there, so often losing it on the refeed. As you see there, Kelly open up, Brown waiting patiently for it, hands over everything.
Yeah. I think once Lily gets that ball in her hands, you know, that shot's on. I think she just probably needs to keep working behind the ball on Katie. Like, they're really doing a good job of pushing more up high. So if they can, great pick up there, right spot.
More. Yeah, she was. But another error and Genvy on the end of that one. And we see Soph Colhagen standing up on the bench. Whether or not there's a rolling sub going to happen, or whether they're just having a chat, I'm not sure, as Umansky posts another one for the Magpies. They move out to 25. 10-goal lead now on the Hoppers. Gone 10 minutes on the NZ Albury time clock. Kelly, the long bomb, it's off.
And she gets her own rebound.
Yes. Makes no mistake that time. Crimmins finding good space off the line. Wang just getting a lot of space to move into at the moment. They're spreading the North defenders. Clark, long shot, but it bounced off and couldn't keep it in. So Grace Hay will take the throw in for the Hoppers. Umpire just fixing up the positioning as we see Brown through the middle to Leschke, to her sister Leschke. She sends a long bullet pass to Clancy, but hands over have Clark, make it very difficult to see past. They get to circle edge and a nice baseline drive there from Kelly.
Yeah, see, that's one of those ones where I think, you know, when Lily got that ball, the first turn and look, yeah. Refeeding out is just giving them another chance to sort of get around, and she can shoot those ones, and that'll open up there on that base.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is Katie and Hannah are a deadly
those the height of Keely in there, moving that ball up in the air a little bit more, because you're right, they do love the ground balls, Katie and Hannah.
Clark sitting out and again opening that space for Amanda in a one-on-one.
I think we haven't spoken much about Bella Clancy, but I think she's doing a pretty good job on Georgia. I don't think Georgia shot a whole heap.
No.
Kept on going on a merry way.
She kept going and then they got caught up. Anyway, they are both fine. They got up very slowly but seem to be okay now. And they're probably going to be very wet after being on the ground, I would imagine, as Kelly puts another one in for North. Takes them to 19, trailing the Hoppers 26. We've got into the final minute of this quarter.
Easy's looking a bit ginger to me over there. I can just see her sucking in some big
And we see
ones.
Kelsey Lishke's rolled into the goal defence position with Bella Clancy coming off. And Kelly Keene's got the pants off. The legs are out. The pins are out. So
she's ready to go.
She might be ready to go. Oh, she's better than me. She's just giving the legs a rub, trying to warm up. She might be going for she's got the DP as a backup trick as we see the siren go there for the half-time between the Magpies and the Hoppers. It's the Magpies 26 leading North Albury 19 here. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Beers until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball, coming to you from the Wang Showgrounds. It is the Wangaratta Magpies 26 leading the North Albury Hoppers 19 as we go into the second half of this game. For North Albury, they've maintained Kelsey Lischke in goal defence and Sister Alyssa in that wing defence position. And there's no changes for the Magpies either, so both teams happy to stick with what's happening. Sorry, we have had a change in North Albury. Keely Moore to wing attack, Soph Colhagen back into goal attack. So Maddie Lischke just having a bit of a rest.
Beautiful shot.
And Kelly on the board for the North Albury Hoppers. And in other games today, there's looks to be some interesting results. Wang Rovers 28 leading the Corolla Glen Roos 21. Big inclusion there today of Kim Borgia, so we can only assume that she's making a difference to that lineup. I'm not sure that Rovers over Coral is a scoreline many would have predicted at this stage. Raiders with a handy 15-goal lead over Albury. Myrtleford just 5 goals up on Wodonga, so that's looking to be a great game, and it was the first time they played as well. And Yarrawonga, a very strong lead, 27-12 over Lavington. So a couple of tight ones and a couple comfortable leads at the moment.
Oh, good hand,
Crimmins, great tap there by her. And this matchup of Moore on Genvy is quite a mismatch in terms of size. But you know what? It will actually make Leah adjust and do something very different, because Keely's not going to try and outrun her with speed, but she has got a significant height advantage. So I guess it comes down to how smart the North Albury players around her are when they deliver the ball. If they put it up, although Leah does have a very good aerial ability, but if they put it up far enough, then Moore should be all over that. And we see a tip there, but Wang able to chase it down.
And just a real settle there from Leah. Ball was on to release it. She just held it for that extra second, and I think they'll really want to make sure of this one. There's been a few turnovers today, I think, from our defensive end where we haven't capitalised off, and we've really got to make sure we do that.
As you
nice
see
shot.
Amanda finish off there. Takes Wang to 28. 8-goal lead here in the third quarter, brought to you by McRae Motors. Newton to Crimmins, that's a familiar combination, to Umansky. Crimmins to Clark. And Amanda not able to keep it in. Do well to stay on balance and keep it back in, but just these conditions aren't allowing for a lot of clean possession, as we see. Keely Moore Drop that one and it bounces out, but off the defender.
Worse.
No, I know.
Is there a nice easy ball, no pressure, straight through the hands. Yeah, nice and open. I think, oh, bad luck.
Colhagen with the miss, and Grady again in that front position to rebound that and draws the contact.
Yeah, and we could really see they were double teaming Lily there, which I think they'll continue to do. She's shooting most of the goals. So goal attack just needs to get herself in that nice shooting range and take that pressure
and
off.
have some
beautiful
Brown intercept of the day and able to keep it in play whilst in the air.
At full pace.
That's right, yes. In the wet.
In the wet.
I think Colhagen, like, she's a great long-range shooter, and I think if she just has the confidence to turn, look at post and put some up, and just take that pressure off Kelly in the 2-on-1, as we see. North forced, they covered the shooters there, and Brown had no one to go to, forced the long ball over the circle, and Wangaratta been able to come up with it. So, yes, the work these Magpies defenders are doing to take Lily Kelly out of it is working for them so far.
Yeah, which, I mean, as the goal shooter, as Lily, you take that on and go, that's not a bad thing. They're really seeing her as the main shooter and someone they need to really shut down.
Kelsey
and now it's just how they bring the goal attack into it.
So well watched by Lishki. And Brown needs a bag. She's dropped that one. She's got the ball again though, and these conditions. We've been super lucky this season so far. We've had really great weather. We can't complain too much. Moore waiting for Kelly, and eventually she comes forward. She's begging for it. Moore saying, you've got more room behind you, and eventually she turns and pops it up. And I think in those instances where there's the 2-on-1, Colhagen almost needs to go and meet Lily Kelly, meet the contest, and then come off. See if she can create a change in that defence. As Moore to Colhagen at the top. Penalty inside the ring. You see Lily Kelly setting up, trying to create some space in front of her. Colhagen, beautiful long-range shot. Takes North Albury to 22. Trailing by 6, so they've brought the margin back a little bit here. Shout out to the umpies today too, who are doing a great job in this weather. It's not just the players who are getting wet. Grady chases it. Bit of a juggling act there, able to keep it in.
Great tip there. Oh, bad luck. And that was a wonderful touch by her.
Great tip, and Grace on the end of it, but just couldn't keep balance. And another great tip by Hay and Lishki on the end of it, and they clear it pretty quickly, and that's probably the way to go. Not letting Wang set up more. Ball on circle edge to Brown, steps in and finds Colhagen, and turn and shoot. She's a great long-range shooter, and she pops it in. That's what they need, a couple of those to see if they can narrow this margin. 23 plays 29. So Moore has been quite effective in that wing attack. It's just created a different matchup as we see Colhagen again find the net. And probably in the dry, that wouldn't be an ideal matchup.
No.
But I think in the wet, they've been able to expose that height a little bit.
And I can just see Kelly Keane on the sideline in the sub box, ready to come in.
Even got the shirt off now. I think it's getting serious. So.
And I can also see we've got Abby Moore with the wing defence bib on, ready to go. So I would anticipate that we'll see Genevieve move back into the mid-court on this one.
And is it Abby Moore, did you say?
Yeah, Abby Moore. So she's
she looks a fraction taller too, so that might be a different matchup. They might be going for a bit more height on Keeley. As we see, Colhagen just missed that one.
And this is Abby's debut in A grade. This is her first game. So Liv's played in the A grade a few games over the years, but this is Abby's first, and she came out of our 17s last year into B grade. So
fantastic.
Very excited to see her get her opportunity as someone that coached her for a couple of seasons.
Oh,
she's
that's fantastic. And I think it's been a real trademark of this season, the amount of young players coming through, as a contact caller there on Umansky, but just the number of young players coming through to either permanent A grade positions or just getting exposure on the A grade court this season. It's across all clubs. It's been really sets the competition up well for the future. As we see Kelly, long ball across to Brown. She's going to wait and finds
Colhagen. Drive on the baseline.
Beautiful drive.
Beautiful. Oh. Lily tried to keep that one in, but we've got a Maggie's throw in.
So we've seen Keane roll into the goal attack position, replacing Georgia Clark.
Oh, bad luck.
And more into wing defence for the Magpies, replacing Genvy.
I think Em Brown's just come into the game a little bit more this quarter. I think the first half, I mean, I say she was quiet. She
quite
for her standards. I would say.
Maybe the second quarter, I think, didn't have as much impact that
I
second
think she's
quarter.
got some really nice balls, some good turnovers, and some of her feeds and drives have been fantastic this quarter.
She's ultra competitive. She knows they've got a sniff.
Yeah, another one.
Again, great read, great footwork to keep it in play, and gets down the court before the ball does, as is often the case. Cole Hagan out high. Kelly on the move, swings it.
Great foot. Oh, that was
great ball to Kelly. Not able to keep it in. Dry day probably would have had that.
That was beautiful footwork for her. And we can see Leah on the sideline ready to roll into centre. Always hard to roll those
I reckon
out.
She'll go to centre and Newton will roll into wing attack. Is that the prediction, Shay? Rochelle?
I think so. Yep.
I think it might be too, as you see Genvy back to centre. And again, this will be another brilliant contest, Genvy and Brown. Goes back to the line. Brown mops up the scraps, but a contact call on Moore. So more on more.
That was a big
thought she kept that in
too.
Clever bounce. Brown clears over the top to Kelsey Lischke.
Oh, Kelly.
Goes to sister and Keane with the intercept, but not able to keep it in. So 3 Lischke sisters on the court here.
That's easy viewing for the parents, for the family.
Absolutely.
One spot.
Makes life much easier, doesn't it? And Kelly, great strong hands there. That was a tough ball to take.
Oh, Hannah, bad luck. Come out strong on that one.
That's 26 North Albury. Plays 29 Wang. Wang just without a goal for a little while here.
And we can see that Izzy Newton has rolled into that wing attack position.
Kelly finishes off. They takes them to 27. 3 goals in it now. 27 plays 30. Yeah, and this is probably been a bit more of a standard centre court setup for them this season so far. As we said, though, their versatility and depth means that they can do a few things. As we see Keane fake to Genvy out wide and drew Grace Hay off Humansky and opened her up beautifully. So Wang with a couple of quick ones. 31 plays 27 here on the 777 automotive scoreboard. We've gone 10 minutes here on the NZ Albury time clock in the third quarter. Yeah, it just feels like North have lifted a little bit this quarter, haven't they? They've been a bit smarter with their ball placement, waited for someone to come to them as we see Kelly finish off there.
And I think it looks like Lily's sort of coming off the body a little bit. She was trying to get that hold on Hannah, which wasn't working, but now that she's getting that move and a bit of a change of pace, she's getting the ball a bit easier.
Nice movement by
Great feed. Needs to be finished, this one.
They're always the ones
the closest ones.
She's tall enough to rebound them.
And there's nothing more embarrassing as a shooter, I reckon, as someone who's, you miss those ones right under.
Yeah, you're right about Lily, and I think that the thing is Hannah's such a strong player, so to try and take her on body, it's going to be a big ask. As we see Genvy smartly just tap it back to Moore. Oh, and
another one just straight through the fingers, big smile on
must
her
be
face.
very slippery. I wonder if any of them have gone for the grippo today, the good old grippo. As we see Cole Hagan take the ball on the baseline, look to post and shoots.
So they're coming back here a little bit north, which 29-32.
Newton, nice take in the air to Keane, who's up high. She'll go back to Moore, just happy to work it round. The hands of North over everything here.
Yeah, that's good positioning by Meg. Oh, good hands.
In that front position, so she could see that was coming. Oh, and Amanda, 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Hate them. Good hands again.
So Hay just with the tap out, but Wang will get another opportunity. And Hay again coming around cleanly. Lischke opts to go long to Brown. Moore coming up high. She's made a nice change in that wing attack position. I don't know if she plays wing attack very often, but it's just been a point of difference as we see Cole Hagan come out to Moore. Goes long to the pocket to Brown, but it was an offside call. Umpire apologising. She could see that was probably not to their advantage. But Cole Hagan makes a no mistake. Shot. We've got 30 plays 32 here, Magpies way. Probably 2 minutes left in this quarter, so North have certainly narrowed the margin this quarter. Been a much more consistent, settled quarter by them as Brown goes over. And that's that one where no one coming forward, but she knew that Keely Moore, that is, had the height advantage and able just to place it up into space.
Yeah, and I think North's really lifted this
back to one goal.
But I feel like Wang's looking a little bit flat, need to lift a little bit here.
We've got about a minute and a half left to play. Grady to Newton.
It's a nice feed from Kelly straight into Amanda, and that one straight in.
Just getting a score check here as North look to go into attack. Brown to Kelly, and the umpire putting both players out of play on the circle. Kelly finishes off beautifully. So takes it to 32 goals apiece. Keane knew that Amanda Yamensky was in a one-on-one and sent that. 30 seconds to play, 33 plays 32, Wang with a 1-goal lead. Brown, not long left to play here. North will be looking to push it into attack. Lishke to Sister Kelsey, to Keely Moore. Lily Kelly sitting out of the circle. Brown, smart little bounce pass to Lily Kelly. Falls short, missed opportunity there, so late in this quarter. And not sure there'll be time here for Wang to score. They'll have to send it. No, there's the siren. So it's game on here. 33, Wang plays at North Albury 32. Bring on the last quarter, Rochelle. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury-Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to O&M Live Netball here at the Wang Showgrounds. There is a 1-goal difference here. The Wang Magpies 33 leading North Albury 32. It's 1 plays 4. And this is going to be a very interesting last quarter. Wang got out to a 10-goal lead, I think it was, at just some point during that second quarter. So North Albury have certainly done well in these conditions to get it back and make a game of this. Changes this quarter for Wangaratta. Izzy Newton staying centre. Shay Crimmins back into that wing attack position. Georgia Clark back into goal attack. For North Albury, they have kept it the same. Oh, and Brown with the clever tap over the back, but not able to do so. Oh, just did it cleanly, but just went offside. And Clark with the swing, sweep around, and she makes no mistake. So Wang go to 34, leading the Hoppers 32. It's North Albury centre pass. Colhagen hot off the line. Kelly out of the circle. We've got no one home. Work it back and wait for a shooter to get there. Just got to be ready for everything today, don't they? Because there's so many hands to ball, loose balls. Oh, and how did Izzy Newton went up for that? She was
swear she had 2 hands on it.
She was front and centre, but somehow Brown has ended up with the ball and Newton ended up on her backside. So North Albury with the pass. Izzy having a bit of a smirk as we see Kelly take the ball. Oh, and it just skims off the back. And nothing worse. She's going to have wet underwear for the rest of the game. Genby over the top.
Risky there.
Grady was just got over their hands of Colhagen. Forced to go sideways again before Crimmins comes through the middle. And so Newton working the ball well here.
Great pass. Oh, that's nice.
Great roll and drop there by Umansky.
I think Georgia brings some great pace into this attacking end, and I think what North did really well was they were able to start double teaming Amanda and were able to get some great touches, where I think with Georgia,
they can't afford to let her run.
I know. Little pop out from Georgia.
Just working it in under to where she is comfortable. Takes Wang to 36. It's back out to 4. Just in some other games, Rovers have shot out to a very handy lead over Cora, 29-42. That is going to play havoc with some tipping this weekend. Oh, and Genby, fantastic intercept there, coming through cleanly, sending Magpies forward. In other games, Raiders still comfortable over the Tigers. Myrtleford have got out to a 43-31 goal lead over Wodonga. Yarrawonga still have a handy lead over Lavington. So looking like the upset of the round is going to be the Rovers over Corowa.
And we just see Izzy hit the deck for the third time this game. Straight on her back again.
She'll be heading straight for the showers. Well, I would if I was Izzy. And Clark makes no mistake.
Well done. I think what you mentioned before about Leah really having to adjust how she plays against the tall wing attack and just coming off that ball and off the body and going more for the ball is she's been building into that.
So looking at the results, Cora will go down, and if North can scrape a win here, that's going to put them on even points. So maybe someone needs to run that message out to North Albury. There's a fair bit in it for them this game, as we see Brown quickly take the penalty, gets it to Moore. Lily Kelly into that front space. Not comfortable giving it to her, and Genevieve goes for a slide. You can just feel the intensity rise here. We're out to 6 goals, but we did see North turn it around fairly quickly in that last quarter as Kelly takes them 1 goal closer. They go to 33. That's their first goal for the quarter. Wang centre pass though. And pressure on Wang too. Raiders obviously a big lead over Albury. They're on even points. They'll be wanting to post a win here to maintain that top spot as Yamansky makes a no mistake there. Brown to Colhagen. Oh, and Drew Grady and left her undefended. Quick ball movement there. Forced that as Colhagen finishes off. North go to 34, trailing by 5 goals here.
Great tip there. And again, you can just see North holding Wang up a little bit through that mid-court on the centre passes, having to force them back. Great tip there from Grace. A lot of pressure on Amanda and straight through the hands on that one.
Oh, and she could see Hannah Grady coming. It was Alyssa Lischke, and she just rethought where she was going to put that. They've worked it back. Keely Moore in 2-on-1. Nice give and go. Lily Kelly just prepared to sit outside and wait for the right opportunity. Colhagen sweeping, and a nice vision there by Emily Brown. Sees Lily Kelly with some space out in front. So it's Wang 39, leading the Hoppers 35. We've gone 5 minutes here on the NZ Albury time clock. This is the 4th quarter. Action brought to you by Martins Albury. North looking to try and close the gap. So Colhagen goes to pocket. Grady thought about going hunting.
Nice pass.
And Kelly pops it in. So North with just the last couple of goals. And a little bit of momentum. Newton goes back to Grady, to Genevieve. And this is where the experience of Wang, you would expect, helps them in these sorts of situations. But North throwing everything at them. Grace Hay, long ball to Keely Moore, goes back to Grace Hay, receives again, does Keely Moore, prepared to work it around. Lischke eventually coming through.
Great chase there, Hannah.
And Grady, good tip to it. And Amanda Yamansky on the chase. Oh
straight through. Shades has a breath.
Of Lischke. It's just been one of those days where balls have just skimmed off people's hands and heads and everything else, as we see Amanda Yamansky take a shot under and probably lucky to end up with that. I thought Grace made a good contest of that rebound.
That one's in. I was going to mention before, I think, she's had a really great game today. She may not have got as many turnovers and big intercepts as she normally does, but she's done a really good job of shutting the player down. And her work rate just to cover the play, as I'm sort of watching her, she's everywhere. She's
I would
a lot
agree.
Of pressure on.
And I think her defensive effort down the court and her attacking down the court has been really strong as well. I think she's had a
Kate Dean, well
fantastic
done.
game. Katie Dean says, "What about me?"
Don't forget
I've
me,
gone all
Michelle.
right too.
And they'll just chip away here.
Yep. And it's just about playing smart at this stage of the game, isn't it? They've got a 4-goal buffer. We've gone 7 minutes, nearly halfway through the first quarter.
That was a risky pass, but it came off.
Yeah, it was fairly flat, wasn't it? There wasn't a lot of height on that, but Amanda able to pull it in. Oh, finds her balance and gets it to Clark, who finishes off. So Magpies out to 5, 41 plays 36 here on the X-Ray Group scoreboard.
Beautiful hold there from Amanda. I think that move for her today is when she's got that right positioning on Grace and able to hold her up high and then come off the body that right timing.
And I'm not, I don't remember her doing that before her knee injury. I think that's something that's really come into her game since she's come back. Kelly out high at the circle, goes back to Brown. She's going to work it circle edge through Moore. Colhagen in front, just not confident with Grady sitting on her tail, but they swing it. And forced to pop it into some space. It comes off with Kelly pulling it in. North having to work exceptionally hard here, and Grady eventually forcing the turnover. That defensive work there of Wang Magpies, that's what those two are renowned for, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The
and
hustle.
I just think, you know, Katie was off the body then, and that pass is going to go straight to Lily, and her footwork just to get back on and make that a really hard pass.
And I think to stay in play, like the pressure was on there for, you know, probably a good minute, and they were able to apply that, but to stay in play, not contact. And I think that's such a strength. But we see Grace Hay here with an opportunity for North Albury, the ball out. So Alyssa Lishke, she's been good since she's come on too. I don't know if she's had much court time in A, but she's been great today. Nice drive there. Brown, long to Colhagen, looks in, not on, forced to go back to the line. Emily Brown will just work this around. She'll take control here. Draws a contact from Gendry there with a strong drive to circle edge. Colhagen turn, look and shoot. And when she does that, she rarely misses. I love to see her do that all the time.
And I think there's something about knowing when you're losing that ball in that circle because you're feeding it round, that you just got to turn and shoot, and the confidence to do that.
Yep, absolutely. As we see Wang get it into Amanda fairly quickly in that transition. So they're just able to hold their lead here. 43 plays 37, 6 goals in it. Gone 9.5 minutes in the last quarter. It's going to have to be some quick work here. Brown to Kelly. Back to Brown, waiting for something to open up. To Moore into the
Georgia.
space. Oh, and
just gets that one.
She just pulled that in.
Look, I don't have the white shirt on, so I'm not going to say anything.
Don't know where her feet were, but I'm assuming they were in play.
On the line.
There's Clark with the ball to Crimmins. Oh, and Amanda with a great roll again. Just her footwork today.
And that patience from Shay just to hold on to that last second, just trusting that they're going to open up. Great shot by Georgia.
Finishes off by Georgia. Brown rushing it back to the centre. There's a penalty. She plays on. What happened? Not sure what happened there. There was...
I think she was ready to go.
She might have thought it was their penalty. It might have been Wang's, actually. Didn't hear what the umpire said. So, Genevieve for Wang. An obstruction on Moore. And Crimmins. Good vision. Yep, absolutely. To spot Georgia Clark home alone. So takes Wang to 46. Gone out to a fairly strong lead now, 37. Which is fantastic for Magpies. A shame for North because they... and Grace Hay. Fantastic read. You know, North were able to get it back to that one goal at three-quarter time. So disappointing that it's blown out in this quarter, but credit to Wang. They've been able to answer North Albury's pressure.
I don't think for North that they've played a really good game. I think it's just probably a few more errors at the wrong time. And sometimes that's really, you know, that's just the way it is. I think across the board today, they've played a great game. And look, you know, don't want to say they're out yet, but
it's just that experience, isn't it, that you can see coming through now for Wang across the court. You know, North certainly have some good experience out there, but nothing compared to Wang. They really have it in every position.
And I think Wang just knowing when to sort of pull it in and slow it down. Once they got a couple of goals up, they just changed that pace again.
Absolutely.
And Hannah, another beautiful tip there. She's really taking on those centre passes and putting that pressure on.
Forced to go back to Grady. Clark on the move.
And a beautiful
sweep. Yeah.
And finishes it off. So Maggie's centre.
We've got 3 or 2.5 minutes to go in this quarter. It's 48, plays 37, so they've blown it out this quarter as Wang.
Shay's feeds today have been
absolutely beautiful. Yep. Kelsey Lishke to sister Alyssa, to Sophia Colhagen. She goes to Kelly, a little bit too much on that and just over the top of her head. So Wang with another opportunity through Katie Dean. Oh, it's a low ball. Even for Newton, that was a low ball. Izzy isn't very high off the ground, but even she caught that at her knees and couldn't do so without stepping. So they have a bit of a laugh.
Izzy has given me more laughs today than I've seen in a while.
She's brought the entertainment, that's for sure. Crimmins, nice ball.
Vision, Georgia.
By Georgia Clark into Amanda there. Grace Hay.
I think Grace has had a really good game today. I mean, I think Amanda's really probably come out on top, but Grace has really made it hard work for her, and it's kind of gone in patches where Grace gets the better of her and then they have a few quick goals.
Yeah, I would agree, and I think she is giving away a height advantage to Amanda, so considering that, as you see Lily Kelly just bang that from the top of the circle. A late one for North takes them to 39. Clark forced to go back to Genevieve. And and the Grace was having none of that. She saw that one coming. So North through Killingmore. She sends it long to Brown. She's going to take that every day of the week to Colhagen on the baseline. Oh, and I thought that was going in, but it's just popped out and over the line. So Wang with a last opportunity here, I think. There's probably about 30 seconds to play. Contact on the ball there by North Albury getting a touch. That ball is very, very wet. Hannah Grady looking for someone. Clark's there free. And Newton, and that's just and it did get spilt, but just the trust and the faith Newton had to turn and just release, and I think that says a lot about the way Amanda's playing at the moment.
Yeah. And this, I mean, for North as well as Magpies today, there's been some beautiful passes and balls that would normally come off, but with the wet weather haven't today.
As we see Wang get away to a 50-39 goal win. It started close. It was close at half-time at three-quarter time through some solid work there by North Albury. But Wang, that experience in the wet, able just to come through in the end and post a really solid win. Disappointing for North, considering that how close they did get. But, I think, like I said, the experience of them to come through. As we get Al McRae emoted as Player of the Day. Hannah Grady from the Wangaratta Magpies, who's dripping wet. Congratulations, Hannah. I'm so glad it's you out there, not us. A fantastic win. North, they kept coming. You extended the lead to about 10 and then were able to, I guess, stand up in that last quarter when they came back at you.
Yeah, that third quarter, they really fought back hard and really pushed us. They're such a great team to play against because they never let down. They constantly at you. And it was really a great game, but it was great of the girls to be able to pull through in that last quarter. Really.
Yeah, that experience. You must be loving today, back in the familiar position of GD. We gave Brooke a shout out, but you look like you were very much at home going back there.
I do miss her. She's lovely to have on the court, great teammate. But it's nice to have a little bit of time back in the circle. But I have started to really enjoy and really get the hang of wing defence as well, so it'll be great when she's back.
Yeah, it looked nice to have that versatility and the flexibility to be able to swing you guys around wherever you want. You maintain top position. Raiders had a strong win. North, looks like Coro gone down to Rovers, so had North won, they might have been able to jump ahead. So nice for you guys to continue that march and just hold off that Raiders team who are coming at you.
Yeah, I think so. The top five is unbelievably close. No matter where anyone sits, it's not what happens on game day. You can see what North did today. They are realistically a top two side. So the ladder means nothing realistically.
Yeah. Absolutely. And nice to be able to, we were having a bit of a giggle at Kelly Keane sitting on the sideline fully dressed. She didn't look like she wanted to come on at all. But what a privilege to be able to have her on the bench and roll her on when you need to. And Shay had a great game today. She's probably been getting half games in wing attack, but again, to be able to bring her in today, the conditions suited her beautifully. She just played such a smart game.
Yeah, correct. And she really stepped up. As soon as she got that starting position, she really went out there to prove that she should be in that spot and that is hers, and she did a beautiful job. The way she fed the ball today was unbelievable.
Yeah. And Amanda's movement in the wet too.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about the likes of Abby Moore, 17s player coming in for a debut today? How was she feeling on the sideline, and how do you go about bringing her into that game?
She did say earlier that she was a bit nervous, and I was like, you'll be right, it's okay. Nerves are good, but it's lovely to be able to bring those young girls out there finally. Obviously, we have, such depth in our side, so it's nice when someone does go away to be able to give those young girls who are working so hard in their B grade side to get that opportunity.
And to be able to bring them into a team where there's experience around them, I think makes such a big difference, and the pressure's off them a little bit too. Well done. A really hard-fought win in pretty awful conditions. The first time we've really had a yucky day for the year. We probably can't complain too much, but well done, and good luck for next week. Go and have a nice hot shower.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hannah.
Well done. So Hannah Grady, our Macrae Motors, a player of the day here in the game between North Albury and Wang. As we said, Wang started strong, North came back, and then Wang's experience was really able just to take a nice win in the end for them.
Yeah, but I think really looking at North come that finals time, I think they will be there.
Absolutely.
And I think they'll be real contenders to push through.
I agree. They are an absolute smoky, and you get them on a dry day, and just the experience they will get out of playing these sides in these conditions too. They'll learn a lot from today. And look at they did some really great stuff. We had Kelly Moore come into wing attack, who really, as I said, gave a point of difference and worked really well. And so I think they'll take a lot out of that. Well, thank you, Rochelle, for joining us again.
Thanks, Tam.
I'm not sure. We're down this way. I can't remember off the top of my head. But next week's game is Lavington versus Albury. I had to think about that. Good game. So tune in for anyone who's interested in watching that. But look, thanks for being with us today in what hasn't... We've been dry under here. It's been nice.
It's been beautiful.
We've been spoilt thanks to our ovens and Murray Marquee. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. This has been O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Whatever it looks like, with GoTAFE, you've got this. Get real skills for real jobs and careers right now. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.